So, Mauricio over at the Browntable YouTube channel just released the first episode of his independently produced anime, Interstellar Ranger Commence. And let me just say, it's really good, y'all. I've been looking forward to this for nearly 3 years at this point, and it was worth the wait. This already looks better than so many other anime, and the storyboarding, character introductions, and editing are all especially good. It forgoes starting with some flashy action scene we'd have no investment in for setting up the world and characters well. Mad props. But the thing that stuck out to me most in the first episode wasn't the characters, the animation, or even this one 3D shot that probably needed another lighting pass. It was the subtle ways in which the world of the series is built, and how that world sets up the story at hand. So yes, we're diving back into anime, and I know I've talked about those Assassination Classroom and Psyche K videos I want to make, but those are going to take a lot longer, and I also wanted to cover this sooner, so hopefully some of y'all go check out the show and support the Browntable team. Now, Interstellar Ranger Commence begins by dropping you right in the middle of the action as our protagonist Hope Griffin heads to space with the rest of the class of students going to become Interstellar Rangers. This first episode basically chronicles Hope meeting her roommates, attending her first class, developing a rivalry with class representative Itsuki Reo, and setting up the mystery of exactly why everyone is so upset that she got into this school at the expense of someone else, causing her to be prejudiced against. Kinda like that Barbie movie Princess Charm School, remember? The one where Barbie's sent to a special school for princesses to become a Lady Royale, meets two quirky roommates, is prejudiced against by the other students because she got there on a lottery ticket, has to prove herself to the mean girl who's the daughter of the person of the head of the school. I wonder if Mauricio knows this. Go watch that movie and tell me I'm wrong. Speaking of things this is similar to, my fiance thinks this show gives off serious Voltron vibes. So if you're looking for a gauge, it's Barbie and Princess Charm School meets Voltron. Anyways, while the episode works in a lot of explicit exploration of its characters and their motivations, it doesn't stop to really explain the world, instead trusting the audience to be able to figure it out on their own through context clues. And this is what I want to draw attention to. Interstellar Ranger Commence excels in building its world through small details. Let's take a look. In the first montage alone, we get a hint of what Earth is like in the story. We have an advertisement for Azul soda, which may seem insignificant at the start, but it's quickly followed up by a look at an interview with Itsuki Reo, noting that he might be the future bearer of the Azul Force. This is something we learn about later, that his father, already an Interstellar Ranger, expects him to join the Azul Force.
You will get the Azul Force. Don't forget it.
Yes, Father.
What is this Azul Force? We don't really know. Probably a team of elite Interstellar Rangers who do the quote-unquote real missions. After all, the Ranger suits are blue, hence the Spanish Azul Force. So what do the Rangers do? Well, other than sponsor their knockoff Gatorade, the show hasn't told us. Presumably fight, but fight what? Just a few shots later, we see Hope on a train observing a kid who clearly has a Ranger and villain action figure. And that one action figure vaguely looks like Itsuki's dad. And what about the other one? Well, if you watch the series trailer, it's one of those spider creatures that they'll have to fight later on in the series. World building and foreshadowing. Itsuki's dad is a legend, and they're gonna fight Space Spider. What about when the series takes place? Well, there's this guy with a VR headset, or maybe he's a cyborg, it's not really clear, but it makes me think that this is the future. Then there's a blink and you'll miss it ad for houses on moon colonies. Specifically, Citadel is looking for new members. And when we get to school in space, there's grass and trees. This is a nature bubble in space. So space travel is common and easy. Definitely the future. And to top it all off, the mid-episode title cards reveal the characters' birthdays, almost 100 years in the future in 2127. If Hope is 18, and this is the 95th class, that means the Ranger program started in about 2050, meaning space travel and the Rangers were probably a thing before that. Or at least space heroes. See what I mean? None of this is spelled out directly for the audience, but all through tangential details presented alongside the characters' story. This is how you do world building right. Also, I know Mauricio has talked about how he included a bit of superpowers and tech powers in the series, and while that certainly isn't evident as of yet, Professor Strong just evaporates into class with zero explanation, and we accept it and move on. This is the reality of the world. And of course, the world wouldn't be complete without the most essential futuristic tech, hologram Skype calls.
Itsuki, how's your first week of school been?
It's been among us.
I had canon that Adobe probably partnered with TikTok to make the rotoscoping for that possible. But yeah, these are just some of the details of the world I've picked up on. So while I'm sure others will talk about the excellent characters, animation, and themes of the story, I'm going to be the one to cover the small details here on YouTube. The lore, the world, and of course, the theories about where the story's gonna go. Stay tuned, Dimension Hoppers. We're going interstellar. Seriously though, if you're at all interested, the first episode is out for free on YouTube right now, and you can click here to watch it. This isn't sponsored, I just think this is so cool, and Mauricio and his team deserve all the love for making such an ambitious project a reality. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back in Dimension 1.